everyone, happy Saturday. It is Saturday finally, and we are having kind of a stormy, cloudy morning, and so my daughter's soccer game was canceled, which is great because it was at 8 a.m. And she's not my morning girl, so it was, yeah, good news for that. And now today, my parents and my grandma are coming into town, as well as Jeremy's, my husband, my mother-in-law, and grandmother-in-law, I guess, to do a little birthday party for my daughter because she turns 2 this week. So, yeah, it's going to be kind of a busy day. Probably not a lot of footage just because with not showing the kids and stuff, it's kind of hard to video much of the birthday party. But I thought I'd get on first and update you guys. So I read about 100 pages in this, so I'm 243 pages in, and this is fine. I'm thinking this is gonna be like a 2.5, 3-star read. It's about this girl who her dad is the owner of the company, the advertising company she works for, and he has a thing where he is about to bow out of the business, and he's giving it to kind of her competitor as opposed to her, and she's working for him. So there's that. There's also her romantic relationship. She's kind of starting to have feelings for her competitor, so it's like an enemies to lovers thing. However, I don't know. I mean, it's this far in, so I don't really care about the romance. I don't really care about a lot of it, honestly. This character is not super likable, not super strong, not super well developed. So overall, this is fine. Yeah, once I finish it, I will definitely just put it back in a little free library. So there's that. And then this one, Out of the Clear Blue Sky. I am almost done with this on audio, and I'm loving this. So if you haven't been around the past couple days, this is about a woman named Lily, and she gets kind of blindsided. Her husband says he is leaving her for a younger lady, and so she is shocked. And he tells her like the day that their son, their one and only kid, is going off to college, and so she is like really lonely. She is a midwife, and so she's all about like birth and motherhood and all of that kind of stuff, and she's just feeling really lonely and lost. Her and her sister have kind of an estranged relationship because when they were young, their parents split up and they had to pick which parent to go with, and they picked different parents, and so they're a little bit estranged, and now of course that's coming back, and so we get all that. Then we also get the story of Melissa, I think is her name. I don't know why I cannot remember her name, but she when we first meet her in the beginning of the book, she is a young girl growing up in Podunk, Ohio, with parents who have very little ambition, kind of living off the government, all that kind of stuff. And she wants more for herself. So she decides to find herself a sugar daddy. So she does, moves to New York, ends up having to take custody of her niece. And then we follow her story and how it connects with Lily's. So I will say I love Lily. I think people are either going to love her or hate her because she is doing some really petty things to get back at her husband and to like show her hurt. And so like, I think it's hilarious. It's super funny. Like, would I ever do them? No. But I think it's really comical to read about. But other people, I could see where you would be like, okay, that's too much. But that's funny. I'm really loving her commentary on motherhood and just how bittersweet of a job it is. And, yeah, it is. I'm really liking this book. I would say it's a solid 4-star. It is almost 500 pages, and it does not need to be, in my opinion. So I feel like that is my only real complaint, is that there's like some lulls, but we're getting to see her sister relationship. We're getting to see her relationship with her son. For various reasons, she is involved with the other woman. She like knew her first, and so there's that added dynamic. Lots of interesting relationship dynamics here. So now I'm going to go finish getting ready for the party, and then have the party. Everybody's going to leave after lunch sometime around like quiet time. We're going to take quiet time, and then depending what the weather does, maybe have a pool day because it's going to get hot again today. But right now it's gloomy. It's like the perfect day to chill and do nothing, but we're having a 2-year-old birthday party instead. So it's going to be a great good time. So that's everything. We'll see you later on today. Everyone, so it's later in the day. Birthday party was a success. It was like cloudy and rainy and stuff, and so we couldn't really go outside. So what we did is opened surprises, and my 2-year-old actually shocked me. She was very like wanting to play with everything just really slowly, not really interested in opening things until she had finished playing, and so that took like a long time, which my other kids just kind of tear through things. So that was kind of refreshing. So she did that, and then my older kids convinced their grandpas to play cards with them, and then we eventually they got to go outside and play some softball, and it was a really fun morning, just having family up. And that's kind of how we do birthdays around here. We invite family up, and it's just kind of a family day, and that's about it. So it was a fun day, successful day. My baby 2-year-old, she is still napping, so I think it was exhausting for everybody, but it was really great. So I managed to finish both of my books. So after everybody left, I laid down with the big two for a little bit. Ainsley went to read, and me and Annie kind of laid around, and I finished Out of the Blue Sky. This is a strong 4 stars for me. So this one is heavy. It's got a lot of trigger warnings. I don't know if that was today or a different day, but miscarriage, stillbirth, but also like abuse, not really physical, but more in the consent issues. And so, yeah, there's a lot going on in this book. And I really like the message of like girl power. And, I really, really enjoyed this book. It's hard to say much more than I already have because the book goes on, and without like revealing the connections between the women, it's hard to say much. So overall, strong 4 stars, maybe even 4.5. It was a really good book, and I would definitely recommend. On the other hand, I finished my physical read, which was Hostile Makeover by Wendy Wax. So I don't think I've talked about this in a couple days. This is a book about a woman who maybe I talked about it this morning. I don't know, but her dad is giving over the company to the advertising company she works for to kind of her competitor, the guy who works with her. And she's got this guy that is just kind of a no strings attached guy, but she kind of is finding an attraction to this enemy, but it's super far in, and it's a very like kind of, I don't know, I didn't like the romance. I didn't like the main character. There was really nothing drawing me to this book. I could read it really fast because it's just really basic and really like blah, nothing great at all. So I'm going to give this like 2 stars and unhaul it. I have read other Wendy Wax before and really like them, so this is kind of a surprise, but this is one of her earlier works. So glad I tried it, and now I can get it off my shelf. So that is everything reading wise. I've started my next books, but so barely. Well, actually, I'm waiting on my physical read because my patrons are still voting, and my audio read, I've just barely started it. So I'll talk to you about that probably tomorrow. I think now you're going to see a review from Ainsley, and then we will tonight we always do breakfast for dinner on Saturdays, and we're just going to have kind of a low-key evening since it was such a busy morning. I think the girls should go outside because it's like gorgeous now, but I'm going to wrap presents and do some like actual birthday prep because our actual birthday is Monday. And maybe hopefully there will be like a clear enough winter that I can start my physical book. So that's really it for me. So let's roll it over to Ainsley, and then we'll see you later. Okay, so she finished the 3rd in the Ballpark Mystery Series. What did you think about it?
5 stars.
5 stars. Can you talk really loud? Because for some reason my phone has not been picking up sound very good.
5 stars.
5 stars. Okay, did you like it better than the others or about the same?
Better.
Better. This one, was this your favorite so far?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, I'm going to get you these Paw Patrol cards and let you pick your next one. Here you go. Here's a full stack on my lap. I think that's the Jokers, baby. Go ahead.
No.
Here. Let's go ahead and pick a card.
Not Jokers.
They're not Jokers?
No.
Okay, well then let's look at them and work them in. Hold on one second. Okay, we shuffled them, and now she is ready to pick.
I'm just going to pick from the middle again.
5. What's a 5? I feel like we haven't gotten many 5s yet.
Wait.
Okay, let's see. We got a host read. So any book that I have read or that rated 4 or 5 stars.
Becca.
Well, Becca, I think mostly reads grown-up books. So go see if you can find a book that we have read or one that I have rated 4 or 5 stars. Okay, so she's choosing to reread Fractions Equal Trouble. So Love this one by Claudia Mills. And that's it. You love it too? Gonna reread it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good night, everyone.